Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So again, today is going to be a stitch tutorial, like a stitch guide. I need a filler tutorial because what I'm working on is taking a tad bit longer than I anticipated. No big deal, but today's tutorial is going to be the bead stitch. So this is a super cute pattern. It makes the squishiest material, and I even say in the tutorial, I think this would be perfect. I mean, you could use it for a baby blanket, you could use it for whatever you want to, but my mind instantly goes to like a mat that you would put on the floor to put a newborn on, or, you know, an infant on, because it's so squishy with the bead stitch. I don't know. Well, yeah, you can kind of see how thick the material is. So right here and right here, it's like a little bubble. So I just think that would be really nice for, you know, a mat to lay a baby on the floor or something, or, you know, maybe to put in your diaper bag or a diaper bag to carry along with you if you need to change your baby's diaper in the public bathroom. Those, you know, those fold down plastic things. I never wanted to hang. I never wanted to put my daughter on those because I was like, that's disgusting, you know, because I doubt anyone cleans them. But anyway, let's just get started. So you are going to need any yarn you want, any hook that yarn recommends, or what you prefer to use with that yarn. And if you are worried that you could potentially lose the first and the end stitch, I would recommend just putting a stitch marker in each of these. Having said that, this is just a 2-row repeat, and you chain any any odd number. So, you know, you could go crazy and chain a whole bunch just as long as it's an odd number. And yeah, that's it. So for my little swatch right here, I chained 25, and then for the one we do in the tutorial, I just chained 11. So it's just a little sample. All right, so get your guys' supplies together and let's get started. All right, so I have a little swatch here, and since I have my big one done that I used to show you guys at the beginning, I'm just going to do a small sample. So I chained 11, so any odd number, you get your chain done, and we are going to start with row 1. So row 1 starts with a single crochet into the second chain from our hook. Sorry about that. Alright, we're going to single into the second chain from our, the second chain from a hook, and into each of the remaining chains. So all of your chains. So I chained 11. So I should have 10 single crochets. Alright, so once you have single crocheted all the way across your chain, chain 1 and turn. And for row 2, which is the first row of our 2-row repeat, we're going to start with a double crochet into that very first single crochet, okay? So I'm going to turn and I'm going to double crochet right back into that very first single. And then double into your next single. And now we're going to work the bead stitch. So the bead stitch is, we rotate our work a tad, and we're going to work a cluster around the post of that double crochet. So we're going to yarn over and go in, pull up a loop, and pull that up just a bit. We're going to do that a total of 4 times. So I already did it once. So here's 2, 3, and 4. Now you should have 9 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to yarn over and pull through 8. So that's going to leave 2 loops on our hook. So we have 9. Yarn over and pull through all of them but that last one, which that's 8 of them. We got 2 loops left. Yarn over and pull through the last 2. Skip that next single, double into that next single. So what that's doing is creating this little puff, this little ball right there. And it's, you can see if I lay it this way, it makes a pretty sturdy, you know, pretty squishy little bead stitch. Alright, so we skip the next single, double into the next single, and then work the bead stitch again. So we yarn over, rotate our work a tad bit, pull up loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 8, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Skip the next single, double into the next single. And that's what you repeat for row 2 all the way across your work. Work your bead stitch, skip the next single, double into the next single, bead stitch around the post of that double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 8, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through all 2. Or all 2, pull through both. Alright, so you repeat that across. I'm going to skip, double crochet into, and to end your row, you double crochet into the third to last single. So I've got, here's my last, here's my second to last, there's my third to last. We bead stitch around there just like normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 8, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through last 2. Now we're going to skip the second to last and double crochet into the very last single crochet. And that is row 2. And you can see these cute little bead stitches. You know, I was thinking whenever I was working this this little swatch, I was thinking this would make a good baby blanket, yes, but it would also make a really good, like a floor mat kind of thing for a baby to lay on, just because how squishy the material, you know, your work is after you've finished it. That is super soft, so a baby, you know, that'd be great for a baby to lay on. Okay, anyway, so that is row 2, and the second row of our 2-row repeat is row 3. So we chain 1 and turn, single crochet into that first double crochet, and then turn your work this way, and you can see the top of all those stitches. We're going to single crochet into every stitch straight across. So row 3 is pretty simple. That's why I like this pattern, because it's a pretty, altogether it's a pretty simple pattern. Here, here, and here. Alright. And if you have any problems with working, you know, working into the top of the stitches, don't be afraid to put a stitch marker in the very beginning and the very last stitch and move them up as you go, so you don't lose count. You know, you don't lose your stitch count and end up, you know, your work coming like this or going in. Alright, so that's it. That's the stitch. But I'm going to go ahead and work this with you again. So row 2, chain 1 and turn, double crochet into that very first single, double crochet into that second one, the very next single. Alright, now we bead stitch around the post of that double, so I always rotate my work a little, and we yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. Now whenever I pull up a loop here, I'm kind of making it the height of the post of a double. So like if you, let me show you, if you yarn over and you go in around that post and pull up a loop, and you don't, you know, give it a little more height, it bunches the stitch up and it kind of looks a little funny. So make sure that you just yarn over, pull up a loop, and then just kind of rotate your hook a little, and I'll give you that little extra length that you need for that first yarn over. Go in, pull up a loop, Do it again. That was 2, 3, and one more is 4. Yarn over, pull through 8, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through 2. Skip that next single, double into the next single. Now we're going to bead stitch around that post. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull through 8 loops, 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Skip the next single, double into that next single. Bead stitch around that post. 1, 2, 3. Lost my tension. What's happening? Let me start that over again. I had a knot come through my yarn on my finger and it threw me off. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, pull through 9 loops, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Skip the next single, double into the next, and once you've worked all the way across, your last puff should be worked around the post of the double crochet that's in the third to last single. So here's my last, here's my second to last, and right there's my third. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 9 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 8, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through those last 2, and skip the next, double crochet into the last. And that is the end of row 2. So row 3, chain 1, turn, single into each of your stitches right across. And if you have a hard time seeing them, all you have to do is just take your work and rotate it so where the top of everything's showing and you can see the top of each stitch. So it should go, you have a bigger one and a smaller one, bigger one and a smaller one, bigger one and a smaller one across the top, all right? And you should not lose stitch count. So I should have 10 single crochets at the end of this row. And like I said earlier, if you don't want to run the chance of messing up your stitch count, don't be afraid to put something in the first and the last single, or the first and the last stitch, I should say, so that way you don't lose your place and you always get that very first one and the very last stitch. So like right here, my very last one should always be just a tad bit slanted, and there you go. It's so cute. All right, that is it. I will sorry, I got a text message and I read it and lost my train of thought. I hope you guys enjoyed this little stitch tutorial. I think this is a super cute little swatch, and the thing of it is, it doesn't matter. The front and the back are both cute, right? So it doesn't matter which is the front and which is the back. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what I've got coming out next. And the whole reason I even did this another little stitch tutorial is because I'm in the middle of working on a project, and it's taken me a little longer than I anticipated. So yeah, so I had to get something up, so I thought I'll just do this bead stitch real quick and show you guys how to do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Check out the description box too. I've got some links in there for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.